In today's video, we have a discussion about some of the best boxers in the world right now. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. So obviously there are a ton of boxers who have been popping off recently, doing tons of different things, making tons of statements. But determining the best boxers is pretty hard because it's always fluctuating. You know, there's pound for pound lists and different rankings, people moving up and down on lists and losing and winning, and it's hard to really determine, but I feel like we have a solid idea of who the best boxers in today's boxing world is.
Yeah, and it's been really cool to see how it's finally been activity within the best boxers in the world, and they've finally been fighting, and a top level opposition at that. So we've got Canelo knocking out Caleb Plant in a huge event. Yeah. We got Lomachenko going to be fighting Tyson Fury, obviously one of the best fights of the year against Deontay Wilder in their trilogy. Knocked him out. Tons of huge waves happening in the boxing world right now.
Just a week ago, we had Terence Crawford stop Sean Porter for the first time in Sean Porter's career, which was also making a statement in that welterweight division, kind of showing everyone else that, you know, he's a top dog. He's there to stay. He became undisputed at 140. He's been at the top of a lot of people's pound for pound list for quite a while now, and he's definitely one of the top ranked guys, definitely in the top 5. Along with tons of different other guys. What do you think?
Without a doubt now, obviously, the fight to make is Spence versus Crawford. That's what everyone wants to see. It's the best fight at that division. And finally, they need to do to determine who's the best fighter between the two. And hopefully it gets done, but I guess you never know what's going to happen with the politics and everything. But that's the fight to make.
The politics of boxing are super interesting, to say the least. You have tons of different promoters, tons of different promotions that are just getting in the way of huge fights happening. I mean, a lot of the best fight, but a lot of the best sometimes they don't fight each other. Like the Crawfords and Spences of the world, you know, the Anthony Joshuas and Tyson Fury, those kind of fights. Sometimes they just don't get made, the mega fights, but you know, it is what it is. It's hard. That's also another reason why it's kind of hard to determine who's high on the pound for pound list or who's going to beat who, because the top guys generally don't fight each other all the time.
Yeah, but thankfully at least there's been kind of not, I wouldn't say new rising, just now more superstars coming into boxing, at least with big victories like Alexander Usyk had over Anthony Joshua. Now he's a big name in the heavyweight division,
for sure.
And if he beats Joshua again in the rematch, which a lot of people think is going to happen, then we could see Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, which is a huge fight if that were to happen as well. Yeah. Sadly, that means we won't get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, but at least it created another great fight in the process.
Definitely. And also tons of other divisions are popping off right now. Like the lightweight division has tons of different fighters fighting very, very soon or just fought. Like Teofimo Lopez just fought Kambosos in a huge upset. Probably one of the upsets of the year, to be honest. Kambosos, a 13-1 underdog, defeats Teofimo Lopez by split decision, which I personally I scored that as a draw, but I mean everyone seems to think Kambosos won. I probably have to watch that back because I mean I might have been a bit biased for the champ, but
I think Kambosos won that. And it's just crazy to see how he was able to knock Teo down in the very first round. It was so unexpected. Everyone thought Teo was just gonna wash him over, but Kambosos came to fight and he brought it.
Yeah, I feel like at that level, at this level that we're in now, anyone really has the ability to hurt anyone. It's not like there's just a few big punchers. Everyone's susceptible to getting hurt or getting dropped. I mean, Devin Haney in his last fight against Linares showed in the last 2 rounds he got wobbled. There's a lot of different fighters that you don't think they're gonna hurt you, and then boom, you're on the floor. So
and that's why.
And I feel like sorry for cutting you off, but I feel like for Teofimo Lopez against Kambosos, I feel like Teofimo Lopez was very. He was he was underestimating Kambosos by a lot and got pretty complacent.
Yeah, I agree. And also so much drama to the lead up of that fight. It canceled so many times, all the nonsense with Triller, and then it finally getting moved to the zone where it happened, and so much craziness.
For
So
sure. So
I
many
think,
dates, so many different like venues, and like so many different
yeah,
training
it's
camps, and the money
so
spent on
crazy.
that event is like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I see Tio moving up now from lightweight, so that's one less competitor in lightweight. But lightweight is already filled with sharks there. You got incredible fighters there and super young fighters as well.
Yeah, tons of
So
different.
this Devin Haney fight's really gonna show a lot into his skill set as well. And then if he beats Diaz, then Jojo Diaz, then we could see Cambosis versus
Devin
we
Haney
could
for
see
undisputed.
yeah, for undisputed, and that would be
Yeah,
sick if that happened.
yeah. There's a lot of talk between Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor, who's the undisputed super lightweight champion of the world. There's a lot of talk there that fight was going to happen. Now that Teo lost, I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
But I
neither.
mean, it is possible if Teofimo Lopez moves up to 140. He wants to become a champ, of course. I could see him fighting Josh Taylor eventually if he works his way up. Probably 1 or 2 fights in that division. If he makes a statement, then I feel
Yeah,
like he has what it takes to get that fight with Taylor. What do you think?
yeah. If Tio wins his opening fight in the division, then I don't see why not. Since Taylor's already beat everyone there's to be at 140, yeah, I think he should have a rematch with Rogeres, and then after fight Tio if Tio manages to win that division. But otherwise, yeah, I feel like that's a great opportunity for both of them,
Yeah, I feel
especially for
like
Tio to bounce back.
I feel like that fight between Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis definitely has to happen because those two are super talented young guys and definitely the top two at 140. So if they fight in a rematch, if Josh Taylor beats him, that really cements his legacy in that 140-pound division, up there with Terrence Crawford, who are both undisputed in that division.
Yeah.
Also, we have Lomachenko is fighting Richard Comey in a fight next week. I'm pretty sure it is, and that's an exciting matchup. Obviously, Richard Comey, he lost to Lopez, but had an exciting knockout earlier this year. So it's going to be an interesting fight. See how Lomachenko returns. I feel like a lot of people have started to underestimate Loma after his loss to Tio.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
he's still
His skill set is still like
he's still the
one of the
Matrix,
top,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's so good, and I feel like he's got to win this fight though to like really push the naysayers back and just prove a statement saying I'm still here and I'm gonna go for the championships and try to win them back.
yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be a super defining fight for him coming up.
Lomachenko was an extremely talented fighter in both the Olympics and the amateurs. He was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, which is crazy for a boxer in this generation. And
Yeah.
as well as I think he had a 400 wins and 1 loss in the amateurs, which is unreal. Like that is
Super
absolutely
accomplished.
crazy. And of course, when we're talking about best boxers, we have to mention Naoya. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Naoya Inoue. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
The monster. The monster. He's a Japanese fighter. He's fighting as well in December, so that's going to be interesting to see how he does. He's definitely one of the top guys. He's a bantamweight fighter. Very, very, very exciting to watch. And,
Yeah, he's amazing, and he's so much power as well.
yeah,
He's a beast. It would be so cool to see him like kind of cross paths with some other elite fighters in his like weight division, but he's super entertaining to watch.
yeah, like his fight with Nonito Donaire, who was also at the top of the bantamweight division. He defeated him by unanimous decision, which was a great fight. And not to forget Canelo, obviously. Definitely one of the best boxers in the world.
Definitely in my mind, 100% one for
definitely
number one pound per
number
pound.
one. I mean,
the guys beat everyone.
He just unified the division of 168 pounds in less than 11 months, which is unheard of. I don't think anyone's ever done that in history, which is
incredible.
Just crazy. And now apparently he's gonna move up to cruiserweight, which is
cruiser, which is quite the task, especially from where he came from, such smaller division. Now moving up to there is insane.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a good idea for him. And then whoever the next guys at 168, like the Andrade and them, should fight each other, and whoever wins, then after Canelo fights at cruiserweight, should they should fight Canelo after then. But I don't think there's really a point for Canelo to wait around for one of these guys at 168 right now. He might as well move up it's a
Yeah.
huge legacy moment for him, especially if he's able to win at such a high weight division from where he came from.
This clip is taken from the Punch Plan podcast, which you can check out on screen now, or you can listen to it in the link in the description on Spotify. Also, we are posting tons of different things related to the podcast on all of our social medias, including TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure to subscribe here and follow us there if you enjoyed.